I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I've got the month of May. I guess you say what can make me feel this way.
Hi ma'am, hi dad, I'm going to school na po.
O, mag-ingat ka. O, ito ba? Ano 100 pesos?
O, tignan mo yan ha. Hindi mo ibayad at lista yan.
Okay dad, thank you ma'am, thank you dad.
Sakto may 100 na naman ako. May lista nga para ma-budget ko ng maayos.
Hi Ate Maka,
O, Ray, big ano sa'yo?
siya nga bang roller coaster? Thank you po.
Hoy! Baby! Ikaw pala yan?
Uy,
Uy! Baby! Ikaw pala yan?
uy, diyan ka pala.
O, pre. Punta ako party sa mama.
Sige, easy lang. Dito ka pala nag-aaral?
Oo, dati nga
Ikaw, ano ka naman?
IT nga ako eh. So ayun, kumusta?
Okay naman, ikaw. Kamusta yung utang mo?
Ha? Anong utang?
Yung utang mo sa akin ng nakaraan.
Bayad na yun ah.
Uy, ebidensya nga.
Oo, eto.
Saan?
Eto.
Uy, ang cool. Anong app to?
Lista up yan, hindi mo pa yan alam.
Lista app? Pa, unang rinig pa lang parang utang at saka pera.
Yes, Arbs, correct ka dyan. In English, list. It helps users to manage their money. At dahil mainit at klase na namin ni Arbs, I will call John Lester muna to explain. Sige, pasok!
Yun. Thank you, Rayvic, for the wonderful intro. And so let's explain Lista. Lista is a budgeting app wherein it is a personal finance app that helps users create and manage a budget. It allows users to connect their bank accounts, track their expenses, set financial goals, and receive personalized insights and recommendations to improve their financial health. The app also offers a feature called Lists, which allow users to create shopping lists and compare prices at different retailers. Overall, Lista is designed to help users make smarter financial decisions and achieve their financial goals. And ano nga ba ang naiisip natin pag binabanggit ang lista? For some, naisip na listahan, input in English, syempre list, pera, utang, expense, and list. Kasi lista helps you to keep track of your money and debt. It helps you to be financially aware of how you spend and save your money. It helps you to budget well and keep track of your daily expenses, and it also serves as a guide in spending. Lista app is well used by students who have jobs or sidelines, or even just a student who wants to budget. Like me, as a student assistant, I would love to budget my money because wala lang, trip ko lang, bakit pa. So tara, we'll have a quick run through on how to use Lista. Firstly, ang kailangan mong gawin ay mag-download ng Lista. And then since downloaded na sa akin yung Lista, open na lang natin. Now, as you can see, once you download it, ito ang unang lalabas. And then pipindutin mo lang yung continue with mobile number. And then susunod dun is input mo lang yung mobile number na gusto mong gamitin. And then continue. And this will prompt kasi you have two choices if you want to use Lista for business purposes or for personal purpose. So yan, just For example, you have your own sari-sari store. And then you can choose whether food and beverages or freelancing, sari-sari store, and etc. And then click mo lang yung agree to terms and conditions kasi all of apps has its own policies. But for now, let's use this for our personal use and set the name as sample name. And then once you confirm, it will tell you to nominate a 4-digit PIN. This is for your safety and for your privacy. Yeah, let's set 1234 lang for a sample password. And then, yeah, welcome to Lista. Now lalabas tung ano ang gusto mong pag-ipunan. And then, these can be used if you want to save for something, like for example, tuition fee. And enter your goal amount kung magkano ba yung gusto mong i-save. And then for the frequency, this is kung paano mo ba or how often will you add to the savings, kung paano mo dadagdagan siya, per month ba, per week. And then if you click on the dates, you can click on when to finish. And as you can see, it says na mag-ipon ng 145 per day, and that actually helps to manage on how much you should save, diba? And you're done. After that, you can see the homepage, transactions tab, the insights tab, the utang tab, and then the account tab. As you can see, very consistent talaga yung design niya because all of the necessities are aligned at the bottom and you can see their icons. And let's go through the homepage. So you can see savings, budgeting, tipid hacks, and tipid mart. Ito yung kanina nyong pinili na gusto nyo i-save. And here you can edit and manage your savings. Now let's go to the budgeting. For the budgeting, here is the bread and butter of the students in this app because it says here that you can manage your budget here. Now that we got that, tuwing kailan ka nag-set ng budget o nagbabayad ng expenses? For example, I am a student, quincenas. Magkano ang kadalasan total budget mo for your quincenas at katapusan ng expenses? Let's say na I earn 1,000. And ang total budget ko sa dulo ay 1,500. Mali pala, 3K. And the next is here. Here is your budget breakdown. And the good thing about Lista is that it can suggest a budget for you. And as you can see, hiwa-hiwala yung needs, savings, and wants. Kasi if you want to save, you have to fully determine what are these. And if you want to have a budget suggested for you, the Lista app will suggest 70, 20, 10, wherein 70 for needs, 20 for savings, and 10% for wants. Yeah, this feature is actually super helpful for students like us. Yeah, and then you can edit a category. For example, meron kang car or may binabayaran ka pang gas or may anak ka who knows baby stuff. You need to input or create a category for you to know your budget breakdown for how you allocate your money. And for example, food delivery, groceries, and yeah, baby stuff. For example, sa food delivery, my budget is 500. And then for the groceries, my budget is 6,000. And for example, for my baby stuff is 10,000. Wow, tinipid. And yeah, lalabas dyan yung budget breakdown mo. And then the app will analyze your expenses. And then it will prompt as green since it is your total budget. And then if you add your expenses, it will turn red. Now in this section, you can see different categories that you've made. Yeah, as you can see, you can insert your payment method, Visa, GCash, Bitcoin, Maya, others, and debit card. For example, your expense name is transportation. Kasi who knows, baka nagtatrek ka or nagka-car ka. But we'll say na nag-jeep cause I go through jeep every day. Now let's say na 12 pesos ang fare mo sa jeep and then input add expense. And then you'll see na madededuct ito sa total budget mo kasi it manages on how you spend and how you save the money. Now sa tips and articles, you can see articles that actually help you to be mindful of how you spend. For example, explore Seoul on a budget, or VUL's really worth it. For example, yeah, you click it and then it will show a lot of words that will actually help you. Yeah. It actually gives tips talaga. And usapang bahay at lupa if you want to put up a house. Yeah, loaning, bank loan, pag-ibig. And all these articles actually help the people because if they don't know on what to do. And for this part of the app, the Tipid Mart, they have Tipid Mart where you can actually buy stuff or groceries with the least amount of money because it's like saving. Yeah. If you pick the map, they will show on where they are located, what are the products or services that they offer. Yan, ayaw mag-load. And for example, Band-Aid. Now, what I like about Lista is how seamless or gaano kabilis yung pag-swipe kasi sobrang low ng workload and I think users can have a really good time surfing or exploring this app. Yan. For example, in Batangas, there are Tipid Marts. Yeah. Now, the home page, there are more Tipid hacks. Yan. And then, if you need help or medyo nagkakaproblema ka to navigate the app, you can actually watch a video or watch some tutorials like this one. Kasi this video aims to help people to navigate through the app and to promote the app because Lista is made from the Philippines, which is actually a good thing because we are supporting a Filipino software developer. Yeah. So yan, it actually presents a video and for example, you want messenger support and yeah, how to download, may bayad ba to, para saan ba ang Lista. Ginagamit ito para to gain information about the app. Ayan o. Hi Adam, you can download the app for free. Just click the download button. Salamat. And then, there are more discarded tips at the bottom. For example, what's the 70-20-10 budget? Para saan ba ito ginagamit? Anong use nito sa buhay ko? And then, yeah, economists suggest this budget. Really. And then, yeah, reach your financial goals. Now, let's move on to the transaction style. This is where the magic happens. As you can see, there's a big red button wherein money out and then a big green button for money in. And then if you click money in, here is when you input a money or nag-gain ka ng money, tatanggap ka ng money or nag-earn yung business mo or may nagbigay sa'yo ng pera mo. For example, yung kanina, for example, kay Ravik, binigyan siya ng allowance which is 100 pesos. Yan. And then you can set the date and then the time. And then set is as recurring. Now, what is recurring? Ito yung, for example, bukas, gagastos ka rin ng, or tatanggap ka rin ng 100. So, you can set this as daily, or tatanggap ka ba ng 100 weekly or monthly. So, let's say allowance mo to. And then, you'll tatanggap ka ng daily, syempre. You can set the date on whether it will end or not. For example, yung binigay sa'yo na allowance is gagamitin mo for transpo. Ayan. transpo. And then I highly suggest na bigyan niya siya ng access sa contacts because it actually gives you the freedom to pick kung sino nagbigay sa'yo, kung kanino ka magbibigay. Yan. And then add income and then money in save. And then makikita niya dyan yung kaninang 12 pesos na nasa budget allocation for transpo. And as you can see, kita mo lahat. Transaction date, contact, and description, etc. You can actually delete or edit if nagkamali yung nalagay mo. Yan, transaction deleted. Ang maganda dito sa lista is it actually says that the action is done. Like turo ni Sir Gilbert. Ayan. Now, ulitin lang natin yung input. Now, let's say you receive 100 and you set that as recurring. Yeah, and then, for example, you will set the contact name to your mother, which is Mudra. Yeah, and then set the date. Enter note, allowance, and that's it. Diba? So basic. I like how easy is it to maneuver through the app and it doesn't give you hindrance or annoyance, sakit sa ulo. Ayan. And then, money save. Ayan, makikita mo ulit na lumabas yung nilagay mong 100. Ayan, input lang natin yung ginastos ni Ravik kanina na 50 pesos for the roller coaster. Yan. Grabe naman yung inflation, di ba? 50 para sa roller coaster. Yan. And then you can actually pick your expense category. For example, ano ba yung binili mo? Yan. Let's say food delivery yan. Yan. Mag-i-input agad siya. Now, let's say naguguluhan ka and you need help. Yan, sa top right meron diyang need help and lalabas yung frequently asked questions wherein the users can surf on the frequently asked questions ng iba pang users and it can actually help them to navigate truly. Yan, and then for the insights tab, you can see the bar graphs of how you spend and how you allocate your money. For example, food delivery, yan. The green is savings, for the red is paid expenses. With this graph, actually, nakakatulong siya kasi you can see kung saan napupunta yung pera mo. Diba? Now, for the utang tab, yan, kanina yung utang ni Ravik na bayaran niya na. Now, let's say, tumanggap ka or umutang ka ng 200 pesos. And then, you will write Ravik as kung sino yung inutangan mo. Palitan pala natin. Gawin nating Joey para sakto siya sa contact. Diba? Para wala magkamali. Yan. Umutang ako kay Joey ng 200 pesos. And this is the best part, bro. Pwede ka mag-send ng free SMS kay contact. For example, hey bro, bayad ka na bukas. Need ko na ng money. Ayan. Diba? It is so efficient. Grabe. Now, for example, nagpautang ka naman. Let's say, nagpautang ka ng 100 pesos. And then, ang nanote mo ay RBL, utang. Now, RBL, magbayad ka na ng utang. Joke lang. Now, for example, I will create a new contact naman, RBL. And then, save. Utang save. Nag-prompt na naman na nagawa na yung process, which is a very good indication na may response to feedback yung app. And then you can set by date, by name, or by amount. Kung anong gusto mo, kung anong trip mo. The app has everything. Ayan. And then for the last part, your account, which is for example your recurring transactions, yung mga araw-araw na nababawas or nadadagdag. And then your item categories, for example, gaming stuff, dadagdag ka. Now, for example, may data ka sa ibang phone number, you can actually use data sync to get that data from your other phone. And then sa taas ng sample name is you can create a new profile or add. Kunwari, nagbago ka ng business or nagkaroon ka ng bagong business. Yan. Let's say, ang bago mong business ay Toblerone. Kunwari nagbebenta ka ng Toblerone chocolates. Yan. For the business category, of course, food and beverages. And then, after saving, ayan, bago, clean record. You can have a fresh start. As in, back to zero. Di ba? So, start na tayo sa strengths or sa design principles and heuristics. Siyempre, babanggitin natin yan isa-isa. So, let's start with discoverability. And as you can see, the functions are visible at the bottom such as home, transactions, insights, and utang tabs, and account, which allows the users know on what they want to do next. For the feedback, it allows the users to know that their action or progress is saved. Now, for the constraints, it determines on how the app restricts the kind of user interaction that can take place at any given moment. For the mapping part, makita natin yung relationship between controls and their effects in the world. Now, consistency plays a huge part because the consistent use of heights, grids, colors, font size, and font style affects the user experience. Now, Lista designed the input for money as a calculator tab that shows numbers. Kasi syempre, people know how to use calculators. Dito naman sa structure ay nakahiwala yung mga nasa taas at sa baba kung ano yung mga use nila. For the tolerance, it describes the problem and how the users can solve the problem. It is marketable to all people since wala kang pan-text, it will give a free SMS. Now, if you have your own preferences, the notes has a sense of personalization and drop-down. As you can see at first glance, the labels and icons can communicate the necessary information effectively. From a commercial viability perspective, it is easy to use because the debit is red and the credit is green. For comfort, the design can be used efficiently and comfortably because sobrang dali i-navigate and minimum lang yung fatigue. And for the last is documentation. For the documentation sa may home bar, may need help na section. They provide the documentation to help users understand how to complete their tasks and other inquiries. And that's it. That's so easy, di ba? Ang dali lang i-navigate ng lista. And as student assistants, we find the budgeting app to be extremely important for managing our finances. It helps us keep track of our expenses, set financial goals, and stay within our budget. With the budgeting app, we can easily see how much money we have coming in, how much we're spending, and when we're spending it. This helps us identify areas where we can cut back on our expenses and save money. For example, we can see if we're spending too much money on eating out or on entertainment, and adjust our spending habits accordingly. Overall, a budgeting app is a valuable tool for student assistants who want to stay on top of their finances and achieve their financial goals. Kahit hindi ka student assistant or kahit hindi ka student worker. It either be a normal student, kayang-kaya, pwede, gamitin mo kahit saan mo gusto. It helps us stay organized, make informed decisions about spending, and ultimately, it helps us build a solid financial foundation for our future. And that will be all. Thank you.